What happened to Ahsoka and Sabine after Star Wars Rebels Season 4? Well, they went on a grand adventure to find Ezra, of course. But why did they wait so long? And how are they even going to start to look for him? These are a few questions I plan to address in a short series of videos, so if it sounds interesting to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But today, I want to examine any clues that Dave Filoni may have dropped about Sabine and Ahsoka's future. Kevin Clody of CriticalHitEntertainment.com wrote, "As for the further adventures of Ahsoka and Sabine, it would seem obvious that this would be the basis of a new show. Filoni has already hinted recently that he's working on something." End quote. The big question here is, are Sabine and Ahsoka the lead characters in the next series, or are they characters that occasionally show up when needed? Similar to Ahsoka in Star Wars Rebels. She saved the crew from the Inquisitors, later Darth Vader himself. She was a support character, not a protagonist. Dave Filoni stated in a special screening of the Rebels finale that Ahsoka and Sabine's story is obviously intriguing, and that it would probably make a good story. There are so many stories to tell, though, he said. I've been so busy finishing this story to think of another one while I'm doing that. I have this crazy thing. I have to know what the story is about before I can tell it. End quote. Filoni is a master wordsmith and really doesn't give us much here, but he admits it would be a great story to tell. YouTuber Thor Skywalker has speculated that Luke Skywalker will join the adventure of Ahsoka and Sabine as they look for Ezra. And I've said it before that I believe we will get a big movie character in the next animation series. It makes sense to me because Rebels merchandise really wasn't that popular, so I think a big name character added to the mix not only will get more views and attention to the show, but the merchandise will also be more successful. But enough about merchandise. Has Dave Filoni given us any hints about Sabine and Ahsoka's story? I think he did. He stated during the same event that I've always felt the best stories end and other stories begin, and there's no better way to take two of my favorite characters and have them ride off into the sunset like I've seen in cowboy movies and Indiana Jones. And you just wonder, what do they get up to? I always like that in stories. One thing ends, another begins. The story continues, and that's a saga. End quote. Now, it's true that Filoni was talking about Ezra and Thrawn when he said this, but I think he gives us more in this statement than he meant to. He mentions at the end that the story is a saga and that it continues. So I believe one way or another this story will be continuing. The big question is if it will be the next animation series, and luckily I have an upcoming video on the subject, so hit that subscribe button if you'd like to hear more of my theories about the question. But hey, Star Wars fans, I'm Mike, and you've been watching Force Within TV, and I'd love to hear your theory crafting ideas on the next animation series, so let me know in the comments below, what do you think the next animation series will be all about? And remember, my fellow theory crafting Jedi, use the Force within you to make the Star Wars community a better place. Share your thoughts and your theories and encourage those to do the same. May the Force be with you.